Wish you warm welcome. In today's sequence, we build strength and improve flexibility in the legs. Let's start at the center of the mat. I'm turning here sideways to give better view. You don't have to do that. Come to Tadasana, mountain pose with feet hip width apart. Arms at your side, extend your arms, let your shoulders along with your fingers go towards the ground direction. So shoulders not lifting towards the ears, let them extend down towards the ground. Lift in the chest, look straight, relax your face, relax your jaw, gentle smile on your face to relax your face. On next inhale, while bringing the balance evenly among your feet, raise your arms up. Keep them straight. Let the fingers extend towards the ceiling. Turn your head and have a look at your arms and make sure your arms are straight at the elbows and fingers extending. Bring even distance between the fingers. Move your head forward, look towards the wall on the front. From here, bend forward. Bring your hands to the mat. Slow and steady breath. And take a belt and slide it underneath your feet, roughly where your heel meets the arch. Then hold the ends of the belt so that your torso comes parallel to the ground. And your shoulders are not going towards the ears like this. Instead, move them back towards your hips. Slow and steady breath. On next exhale, open the back of your legs. So not bending at the knees like this. Instead, open the back of your legs to bring the straight legs. If this is too intense on your legs, then feel free to maintain slight bend, but intention here to opening at the back of your legs, opening at the back of your thighs, but you want to do it with intelligence. That means slow progression and using the support by bending the legs where it's required. Relax your face, bring it parallel to the ground. Observe your abdomen. Slightly bring your navel in. Release, go forward, and then slowly come up while rolling each vertebra at a time. Come back to Tadasana with feet hip width apart, looking straight. It's important to have smile and relaxed face so that you want to relax in the practice and you want to bring the awareness. So gentle smile on your face doesn't mean you're smiling like, just gentle smile to relax. Once more, raise your arms up, bend forward, bring your hands onto the ground and catch hold of the belt which is underneath your feet. Slide your hands to bring them up, bring the torso up, bring it parallel to the ground, face parallel to the ground. Remember where your shoulders are. Open the back of your legs. This time, engage your abdomen. That means bring your navel slightly in towards your spine and move your hips more towards the wall behind. And imagine that you're moving your torso and head towards the wall at the front. So what you are trying to achieve here is length at your spine. Inhale, fill your lungs with air, not a shallow breath, deep breath, so that you feel that lengthening sensation at your side ribcage when you take a deep breath. That's what we want here. Slow exhale. Slowly go down, bend forward, bring your hands onto the ground if you can, and then roll each vertebrae at a time. Come up slowly. Stay here in Tadasana for a breath. Once more, take a deep breath. Fill your lungs with air. That allows you to lift the chest up towards the ceiling. Hold that breath for a sec and then slow exhale. Release and relax. Remove the belt aside, come at the center of the mat, stand in Tadasana with feet hip width apart, arms at your sides. Bring your hands to your chest, bend your legs, jump or walk your legs wide apart. Take a broader stance between the legs, arms in line with your shoulders. We are in Utthita Hasta Padasana, that is extended arms and legs. From here, bring your hands to your hips. So Utthita Hasta Padasana is like base pose for most of the standing pose. So from Utthita Hasta Padasana, we transition into triangle pose or warrior pose or other standing poses. From here, let's transition into triangle pose. Turn your right leg out to the right. I'm mirroring the pose here. That means this is my right, which is same as yours. Turn the right leg out 90 degrees to the right. Turn the back leg in. So lift your heel and place it back to turn your back leg slightly in towards the right. So it's roughly 60 degrees towards the right. Observe where your hips are. They're slightly turning towards the right. Try to bring them parallel to the wall at the front. So you don't have to stress too much on this. The intent is to bring them parallel to the wall at the front. It will come with the slow progression. Along with that, your torso is facing towards the wall at the front. Then raise your arms up. We are moving towards a triangle pose, Trikonasana. Extend towards the wall on your right while placing your back leg well onto the ground. Then come to the center. Let's do it 2 more times, this time on breath. Inhale, lift the chest up and exhale, move towards the right. Come to the center. Inhale, exhale and go towards the right and come back to the center. Bring your hands to your hips, turn your feet in, turn the left leg out to the left, roughly 90 degrees. Lift your back heel, place it all the way back to turn your back leg slightly in. Observe where your torso is. It should be in the center, not leaning towards the left or the right, center. Observe where head is, where your neck is. And raise your arms up, extend towards the left. Breathe, don't hold the breath, come back. Inhale. On exhale, extend towards the left. Sorry, I said right earlier. Come back to the center. Last time, inhale. Extend towards the left and come back to the center. Bring your hands to your hips, turn your feet in. This time we get into the full pose. That means turn your right leg out, turn the back leg in. Observe where your alignment of your feet, your right heel is roughly in line with the arch of your back leg. Raise your arms up, extend towards the right, bend towards the right and bring your right hand onto your shin or onto your ankle joint. Your top hand is on the top hip and bring this hip back towards the wall behind. So it's leaning more towards the wall or towards the ground. Then turn it towards the back like this. So if it's leaning like this, turn it back. That means opening at the front of your hips. Along with that, you're moving your left side of the rib cage more towards the wall behind you. Along with that, turning the chest up, turn your head and look towards the ceiling. Once you're stable here, raise your arm up, look at your left arm, take a deep breath and slow exhale. Slowly bring your top hand down onto the hip, press your feet well onto the ground, lift the torso up, turn your feet in. Let's do the opposite side. Turn your left leg out, turn the right leg in, raise your arms, extend towards the left, bring your hand onto the shin or ankle joint, raise your top arm up, turn your head, look at your right thumb, press both the feet well onto the ground. Stay aware, observe where your torso is, allow your toes to extend, slow and steady breath. While pressing your feet well onto the ground, come up. Turn both the feet in, bring your hands to your chest, bend your legs, jump or walk back into Tadasana. Take a deep breath here. Deep breath, not a shallow breath. Hold it for a sec and then slow exhale. Release and relax. From here, let's transition into Vira 2. So, like I said earlier, best pose is Udita Hasta Padasana. So, hands to your chest, bend your legs, jump or walk your legs wide apart. Take a longer distance between your legs. Bring your hands to your hips. Turn your right leg out, turn the back leg in. Then, while maintaining your torso in the center, this time bend the front leg, come up. So, we are transitioning into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior Pose 2. So, bend your leg, bring your trunk down, go down, come up. Let's do it 2 more times. Bend down, come up. This time on breath, inhale and go down. Exhale and come up. Inhale and go down. Exhale and come up. Turn your feet in. Turn your left leg out. Turn the back leg in. Once you are stable, make sure your torso is in the center, not turning towards the right. Then bend your left leg, go down. Press your feet well onto the ground, come up. On breath, inhale and go down. Exhale and come up. 2 more times. Inhale and go down. Exhale and come up. This time when you go down, make sure you're pressing that back edge of the back foot well onto the ground and come up. Turn both the feet in. Let's do the opposite side again. This time, let's get into the full pose. So turn your right leg out. Turn the back leg in. Turn your torso towards the wall at the front. Bend your right leg, go down. Torso in the center, not leaning towards the right or left. Then raise your arms up. Bring them in line with your shoulders. Just have a look at your arms. Make sure they are not up or down, back or front. They are in the center. Then tuck your tailbone in, lift the chest up, turn your head and have a look at your arm. Breathe, don't hold the breath. Take a deep breath when you are in the pose. Let your body know that everything is under control. There is no danger. Make sure you are maintaining the intensity of the pose to the medium or slightly higher than that, but not to the maximum, so that you allow your brain, allow your body for slow progression towards the pose. On next exhale, while placing your feet well onto the ground, straighten the right leg, bring your hands to your hips, turn your feet in. Let's do the opposite side. Turn the left leg out, turn the back leg in, go down, bend. Once you are stable, raise your arms up. Then have a look at your arms and turn your head and have a look at your left arm or left hand. Doesn't really matter. Make sure you're not lifting your shoulders up. Bring them down, lift the chest up, and you're breathing. Don't hold the breath. You're building the strength in your front leg, in your thighs, in your glutes, and improving the flexibility at the back of your legs. You're using the strength from your core to hold the torso straight. Make this a last breath. On next exhale, while pressing your front foot well onto the ground, straighten the left leg, look straight, bring your hands to your hips, turn your feet in, bring your hands to your chest, bend your legs back to Tadasana. Release and relax. From here, let's transition into Parshvottanasana. Parshva means side and Uttan means intense stretch. So intense stretch to your side. As I said earlier, let's start from base pose, that is Udita Hasta Padasana, extended arms and legs. From here, bring your hands to your hips, turn your right leg out, turn the back leg all the way in. This time you want to turn your back leg all the way in so that you can bring your left hip all the way towards the wall on your right. Let's try that first. So lift your back heel and bring that left hip forward to bring it parallel to the wall on your right, then bring the heel back down. Okay, one more time, lift the back heel, bring that left hip forward, then bring it down. So tuck the tailbone in, not pushing forward, and ribcage not pushing towards the wall on your right. Turn the tailbone in, lift in the chest, torso straight. Take a deep breath and slow exhale. Come to the center, turn your feet in, change, let's do the opposite side. Go towards the left, lift the back heel, then bring your right hip towards the wall on your left. Keep both the legs straight, not bending, both the legs straight. Tuck the tailbone in. So if you're not tucking the tailbone in, then you're lifting the buttocks up, moving the rib cage forward. That's not what we want here. So moving the your torso back, tuck the tailbone in, so that means you're lifting the front of your pelvis up and then looking straight towards the wall on your left. Deep inhale and slow exhale. One more time, deep inhale and slow exhale. Slowly turn your torso and your feet towards the center and come back to Tadasana. Just observe what I'm going to do next. Watch the demonstration first. So make a fist of your hands and bring them on your back like this. Okay. All right. With that, come back to Tadasana. Extend, take a longer stance between your legs. Turn your right leg out, turn the back leg in, just like what we did earlier. Turn your left hip all the way towards the right. Then go forward and come up. So adjust the distance so that it allows you to extend your torso more towards the wall on your right. So if distance is too long between your legs, you will not be able to get that strength from your hips to extend the torso towards the wall on your right. It's a slow progression. So reduce the distance between your legs. If you are struggling to extend your torso towards the wall at the front, 2 more times. Inhale. On an exhale, let bend forward and extend your torso more towards the wall on your right. So what I'm doing here, I'm not going all the way down. What I'm doing is I'm going till the point where my torso is roughly parallel to the ground, but what I'm achieving is extension in the back. Slowly come up, turn your feet in. Let's do the opposite side. Turn your left leg out, right leg in. Take a deep breath. On exhale, bend forward, press both the feet well onto the ground. Allow that left hip to go back, right hip to come forward, and along with that extension in your back. Observe where your shoulders are. They're not moving towards your ears. Move them back towards the hips, and you want to have the straight back. Not rounding like this, instead the straight back. That means you're creating length in your back. While pressing both the feet well onto the ground, come up. One more time. Inhale. On exhale, bend forward. Create that extension, that length in the back. Slowly come up. Turn your feet in. Release your hands and bring your feet together back to Tadasana. Come and lie on your mat, on your back. Let's practice Supta Padangushtasana 1 to get more length at the back of your legs. So lying on your back, keep the legs straight. Use the side edges of your mat to move your torso more towards the wall behind you or towards your head direction, and raise your one leg at a time. Create that length at the back of your legs, then bring it onto the ground. Then bend your left leg, while maintaining the belt handy, lift your right leg and wrap a belt where heel meets the arch. Straighten your leg, that's your right leg. Slow and steady breath. Slide your hands onto the belt. That means you're not lifting the shoulders up, allowing shoulders to go down towards the ground on your hips. Slow and steady breath. Relax your face. If this is going well, straighten your left leg. Otherwise, you have an option to keep the left leg bent. Slow and steady breath. Allow your arms to come down, hands to come down towards the ground while maintaining the legs straight. Breathe, don't hold the breath, slow and steady breath. Observe where your hips are, where the back of your hips are. If you are lifting the right or left, then bring the evenness by pressing both the hips evenly onto the ground. Observe the lengthening sensation, the opening that you are creating at the back of your legs. Feel that sensation in your hamstrings, the back of your knee, in your calf. Slowly release your belt. Bring your leg onto the ground. Straighten the leg. Wiggle your legs side by side if there is any tension or tightness. Then bend your right leg, bring the left leg up, wrap a belt, straighten the left leg, slide your hand down, maintain the left leg straight. If this is going well, then straighten your right leg. Feel the stretch, feel the lengthening sensation in your inner thighs, at the back of your legs, in your glutes. Observe the sensations in your back, lower back. Make sure you're pressing your hips well onto the ground, not leaning towards the right or left. Relax your face. Take a deep breath. And slow exhale. Slowly release the belt and bring your leg onto the ground. Move the belt aside, bring your hands to your sides and wiggle your legs side by side. Bring both the feet together. Then bend your right leg, interlock your fingers and catch hold of your shin and press your right knee towards your right chest. Slow and steady breath. Deep inhale and slow exhale. The moment your thigh goes towards the chest, observe that gentle pressure on your abdomen and how that allows to bring your back well onto the ground. Release, change, bring the opposite side. If there is any tension or tightness in your legs, in your thighs, then observe that sensation. Don't hold the breath. Inhale and exhale. Straighten your left leg. Wiggle your legs. And this time, bring both the knees close to the chest and wrap your hands or wrap your arms around your shins to catch hold of your elbows. If you can't catch hold of your elbows, that's absolutely fine. You can catch hold of your forearms and observe how your back connects with the ground when you have your knees on the chest. Observe the sensations in your abdomen, your inner thighs, and your glutes at your back. Don't hold the breath. So there is a degree of release even if you are bringing your knees onto the chest. So feel free to relax your arms or the grip on your arms a bit so that you can breathe well and enjoy the sensation of your knees onto your chest. Slowly release your arms, bring the soles of your feet onto the ground, then straighten your legs. Stay here for next 4 breaths. Slow inhale, fill your lungs with the air. Feel that extension of your chest at the front, at the sides, and at the back. Slow exhale. One more deep inhale. We don't want shallow inhale, we want the deep inhale so that we feel that extension in the intercostal muscles. Next 2 breaths are gentle, normal breaths. One more normal breath. Bend both the legs and bring the soles of your feet onto the ground. Turn to your side, use your hand for a support, and come up and sit in cross-leg position. Keep your eyes closed. Use your hands beside your hips to sit tall, to sit upright, to sit straight. Observe where your head is. Move your head back so that as if you are looking straight but your eyes are closed. Relax your face and then bring your hands onto your chest in prayer position, Namaskar Mudra. Your thumbs are on your sternum and your fingers are slightly away from your thumbs. Use your inhalation to press your sitting bones well onto the ground and extend your torso towards the ceiling. And use the exhalation to create length from your neck towards your shoulders and bringing the shoulders down towards the ground. Take this opportunity to thank yourself for being engaged in the practice and looking after your health and mind. With gentle smile on your face, slowly open your eyes, release your hands onto the thighs. See you next time. Till then, be your best version.